Welcome to this tour of Royal Caribbean's Explorer of the Seas. Explorer launched in 1999, took its maiden voyage in 2000. Since then, there have been a number of updates, most recently including the Perfect Storm water slides on Deck 13. No matter your destination, Explorer has a lot to offer cruisers. We're going to start our tour on Deck 14, which is going to be Dizzy's Lounge and Bar here. It's a jazz club with its own bar, dance floor, and bandstand for live performances. You're also going to find the Viking Crown Lounge and Bar up here. It's comfortable seating up here as well as panoramic views of the ship. Great for watching the ship at sea or entering ports. You'll also find Izumi on this deck. This is the Asian style specialty dining featuring sushi, sashimi, and more for an extra charge. Tour on Deck 13 of Explorer of the Seas. Where these chairs are located right here is where the Perfect Storm water slides have been installed. This video was shot in January of 2023, right before the slides were installed in dry dock, but they are there now. As we move back towards the aft, we have the Royal Caribbean signature surf simulator, the Flow Rider. Projects high-speed water at 20 to 30 miles an hour across a small area and simulates surfing. It is a complimentary included activity and is really fun. Located adjacent to the Flow Rider on the starboard side of the ship is Explorer Dunes, a 9-hole miniature golf course. Equipment is provided and it offers a very fun activity at sea for the entire family. Panning over, we have the full-size sports court, which is a huge area that's used for playing basketball, volleyball, tennis, football, soccer, paddleball, pickleball, all sorts of games that will be either open play or they'll have scheduled sessions for those. Looking up, we've got the rock climbing wall. The rock climbing wall is complimentary and you can sign up for sessions throughout the cruise. Dropping down to Deck 12, right here we have Johnny Rockets, which is one of the specialty restaurants on the ship. It offers a la carte dining, so if you want a burger or fries, or perhaps you want a milkshake, you can get those here. It's usually open on much longer on sea days, and it may have limited hours on port days. Now we step into the arcade here, the video arcade. The arcade usually runs about $1.25 per game, and tokens can be purchased in quantity on board the ship. It has popular games like air hockey, Pac-Man, Galaga, and more. In the very back of the ship, we do have the outdoor youth area. Adventure Ocean is located here, as well as the Optics Teen Disco. The kids programs at Adventure Ocean also include ages all the way up to teenagers, 17 years old. They include events and dance parties, competitions, things like that for the kids. Moving back outside, we have the upper pool deck, sitting just one deck above the pool area. Has a 2-lane jogging track, 5 laps equals a mile. And there are plenty of deck chairs on this deck for sunning or just relaxing on sea day. You'll also have the Sky Bar up here available as well. Now located here on Deck 11 as we drop down another deck is the Windjammer Buffet, located right behind us as we exit the doors. The smoking area is over here on one side of the ship. And we have the main pool deck as well as a couple of whirlpools. The main pool deck actually has 2 swimming pools and 4 whirlpools. It is going to be the place where you'll find some live music during the day, as well as games, contests, and other fun activities throughout the course of the cruise. You'll also find the pool bar here, located one deck immediately below the sky bar. You'll also find the towel station here, where you can check out towels while you're poolside. At the Sea Trek Dive Shop, you can purchase professional water gear. You can also get souvenirs and sign up for scuba diving lessons when they're offered. We're now entering the solarium, which is the adults only area. It includes a sunbathing area, its own swimming pool, and has 2 covered whirlpools. The solarium is also served by a full-service bar, and there's also a 24-hour beverage station that includes things like coffee, tea, and water that are complimentary on the ship. Traveling through the solarium, we get to the Vitality Spa and Fitness Center. Up the stairs here is to the spa area. The main level we're on now is the fitness area, including treadmill machines, elliptical machines, and obviously a whirlpool spa. And we drop down to Deck 8 here for Royal Caribbean Online, which is a computer area. The computers can be used at an additional charge, and it is directly above the library, which is located on Deck 7. We'll see that in a moment. And right above this on Deck 9 is the Concierge Club. Dropping one deck below to Deck 7, we have the library. There's comfortable seating and great place to either just read or play a game or just deal out some cards. Swinging around from the front of the library, we have some seating where you can either do some people watching or just watch one of the parades or shows taking place on the Royal Promenade. And dropping down to Deck 6 by the aft elevators, we have the next cruise area where you can book your next Royal Caribbean cruise and perhaps get an onboard credit. Stepping down to Deck 5, we have the Sapphire Dining Room here in the aft section of the ship. This is the topmost dining room of the 3 levels, also located on Decks 3 and 4. The themed menus change nightly and can be found online. Moving forward between the elevator banks, over to the right, we're going to have guest services, where you can get your questions answered or have any issues taken care of. You'll also find the shore excursion desk located directly adjacent to guest services. Shifting over to the port side of the deck, we have the R bar. It is the main bar for this aft section on Deck 5, right adjacent to the Royal Promenade. This is Royal Caribbean signature martini bar with drinks made by the resident mixologist. As we enter the Royal Promenade, you'll find various sundries, Royal Caribbean logo gear, brand name, and duty-free merchandise to be purchased here. This is also where you're going to find entertainment like the parade and the 70s or 80s dance shows that may be going on during the cruise. You're also going to find the entry to the casino here, and the Crown and Kettle pub, which usually includes some guitar music. And moving forward on the promenade, we have Cafe Promenade, which is a 24-hour eatery, complimentary food you can find there, like pizza, pastries, cookies, sandwiches, things like that. There is an upcharge if you would like to purchase Starbucks brand coffee, as well as Ben & Jerry's ice cream. Moving past the forward elevators, all the way forward, we're going to move into the Star Lounge. This is where you'll find karaoke, certain game shows like Battle of the Sexes, as well as live music performances and other games. There is also a full bar offered here in the Star Lounge. And let's take a few steps down here to Deck 4 now, right at the end of the Royal Promenade. And that's going to put us in the Schooner Bar, which you'll find in every Royal Caribbean ship. You're going to find piano music, often trivia games and things like that in here. Always with the nautical theme and always with a full service bar. And all the way through the Schooner Bar, you're going to find the entrance to the casino, the forward entrance to the casino. Now, opposite Schooner Bar on Deck 4 on port side is Giovanni's, and that is the Italian specialty dining restaurant on board Explorer of the Seas. This is an upcharge restaurant, but it offers some great options besides the dining room and the buffet. And all the way forward on decks 4 and 3, you're going to find the Palace Theater. That's going to be where your live main shows will be taking place on board the ship. And all the way through the casino and aft, on deck 4, you're going to find the Sapphire Dining Room. You'll also find the Tavern Bar, which is going to be the main bar in this area. It also is a good spot to catch your sporting events such as baseball and the NFL or college football. And heading down the stairs to deck 3. This is where we're going to find Studio B, Center Ice, which is going to be where the ice skating shows and open skate shows are taking place, as well as the Quest. You'll also find Focus, which is going to be where you'll find your digital photos from the cruise. And all the way aft, we have the last dining room, the Sapphire Dining Room on deck 3. All the way forward on deck 3 is the Conference Center. Thanks for joining us for this tour on Explorer of the Seas. Do you have any favorites or suggestions? Leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and remember, have a good time all the time.